Hi there, DC. Well, I was listening to Bernard 1960s vid regarding called the separation, or let's get rid of Quebec. You know, it really touches me a bit because I was brought up in this province, and okay, I live in Switzerland now. Nevertheless, I mean, the fact is that my mom is from Quebec, but from the English part of Quebec, and my dad is a French-speaking person from Quebec. So I did actually my schooling in French, and yeah, it's kind of a difficult thing to say. I mean, my social part of my life has most of the times been in French. Nevertheless, my heart somehow is with the English part of Canada. And I really always have a lot of problems when I hear talking about the separation. Look at my little cap here. That was one of our last visits in Canada. We went to Prince Edward Island. I mean, I really love this country. I love the country for its diversity. I love the country because there are both the English and the French-speaking part. I know that somehow we just can't seem to get along. And I can understand that a lot of people would say, at least on the English-speaking part, get the hell out of here. And, you know, frankly, I think that a lot of the French people would say, just open the door and we will walk out. I don't know, because I come from a family where both cultures were there, and it's really difficult because you see, you always feel torn apart because you love both parts of this country. I mean, for me, Canada is a country which is so open, had the chance, the honor of having two cultures, two languages, and somehow, I mean, we just don't seem to know how to reconcile these two. I'm going to pull out a book that I've read. Here it is. Some of you have maybe read this book. It's called Two Solitudes, and it really talks about what is Canada. Two Solitudes by Hugh McLennan. Yeah, that's right, I got it right. Hugh McLennan. The idea is, finally, is that two languages, two cultures living together just don't seem to know what each one is about. And this is quite difficult, but look around in the world. Is Canada any different from the rest of the world? Here in Switzerland we have, as most of you know, I live in Switzerland now. Here in Switzerland we have a French part, we have a German part, and as well an Italian part. And it's a bit the same thing. Between the German part and the French part, there are two solitudes. They just don't quite seem to somehow fit together. It seems to be something that is really not unique with Canada. But the problem is, what I realize, the more I go on in life, is that Canada somehow, Quebec at least, tries to make themselves as the only part of the world that has to live through these type of things. And it's not at all true. These two solitudes, or multitude solitudes, are something that you find all over in the world. Come on, guys. I mean, we really have to get on together. This is not something that is so simple. And I am certainly not able to give an answer now. But one thing for sure is that there's not two solitudes. We're really talking about many solitudes. And the thing is that every one of us actually has their own thing to say in life. And the Quebec situation in Canada, or I think Bernard 1960 was from Ontario, is certainly different. and my friends from Alberta live a different situation. But the thing is, actually, is that we all have our unique things in life. I mean, I have had friends from, I can't tell you how many countries, but not one of them actually has the, how can I put it, the final idea, I mean the final way to have the best solution actually in life. None of us do. So the fact is that we've got to live together. We were born in different countries. We have to put up with our governments. But nevertheless, one thing is for certain, is that countries don't change just the way they are. One thing I can say, though, having lived in Canada for right now I would say still the largest part of my life, is that we do have the chance of living in a country which can nevertheless still say what, still express what they want. I know that sounds really, really naive. On the other hand, the fact is that we are one of the countries in the world which still, if you talk to people around the world, they have the perception is that Canadians are, how can I put it this, a milder version of the Americans. Think of it whatever you want. Nevertheless, that means that we are seen as innovative, entrepreneurial, but nevertheless something special. And I think that it's something that we must cherish. Don't forget, guys, I mean, the whole world is looking towards North America, and if we in Canada can somehow show that we can live with these two solitudes, maybe we can give a lesson to the whole world. And you know, guys, that is not, in today's world, that is not something that is trivial. We as Canadians, we as world citizens, are somebody to take into account. This is DC signing off. It's my little word, my little ramble for tonight.